Jeff. What we're going to do now is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the differences in pre-swing and in-swing fundamentals between the short game and the long game. And we're just going to go back over them. I know we've talked about some of these to this point in time. Just as a matter of review, we're going to say the pre-swing fundamentals that we're going to talk about are the grip, the aim, and the setup. The in-swing fundamentals, there's quite a few of them. There's dynamic balance, there's swing plane, there's a lever system, release, timing, left wrist position, the arc width, the arc length, the swing center, the tempo, and impact and connection. But we're not going to talk about all those. There's just too many. It'll be confusing. We're just going to pick a couple of things that we are going to talk about today. Okay. So I want to talk about first in the short game setup. We're going to talk about the grip, and we have been over here chipping a little bit, and normally on a normal shot your grip is pretty neutral. Yours is down that golf pride line, and but for a short one, like when we're chipping, you can go a little bit stronger and turn it over so that we can take that bounce out of play, so it isn't there as much. So that grip may be just a little bit stronger. That's naturally going to give you that forward shaft lean that we've talked about in a number of different sessions to this point. The next thing we're going to talk about, the difference is when you go back to the full swing on that, your grip is going to go right back to neutral where it was. There's no reason to make it any stronger than anything else. All your other shots, it'll be in that same position. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Next one is going to be aim. When you're aiming, and we're going to be doing this with a chipping shot, your aim's going to be a little bit open. Your hips are going to be a little bit open. You want to see that target line. All right. We're looking down that target line at where we're hitting the ball in the process. But the difference between that and the in-swing one, the full swing shot, is that we're going to use that analogy of a railroad track where you see the rail on the right goes straight to the pin, and then you're lining up on a parallel line immediately next to it, the left rail that goes all the way down there. But that's for the in-swing. That make sense? Yes. Grip, aim, and the last one is going to be setup, or they also call it stance. And your stance in this particular situation for the short game one is that our weight distribution, we talked about this, is going to be a little bit more forward, right? We're going to be like 80-20, right? The ball position in the stance is going to be in the back, right? So that we get a nice descending blow down. Does that make sense? Yes. So when we go back to the in-swing one, it'll come back towards the center, and it may vary a little, depending on the club you're hitting, a little bit forward, maybe a little more lofty club. It may go back in your stance a little bit more, but it'll be in the center generally, just maybe go a little bit off away from there. Does that make sense? Yes. All right. So all of those are pre-swing fundamentals, and then we're going to end up talking a little bit more about the in-swing fundamentals. And there are a number of those, like we talked about, but there's just a couple that I really want to talk about. One of which is your balance. When we talk about that in the short game, the in-swing short game, we still want to keep that weight. There's not a big weight shift that's going back in that process. It's pretty much going to stay up front throughout the swing. Now, when we go to the in-swing swing, the full shot, that's more of a dynamic balance. That weight's going to move to the back, and then it's going to come back towards the front in the process. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Also, we want to talk about our lever system. And in our lever system, we had talked about this kind of extensively in the chipping, which is the fact that we're trying to take wrist cock out of our chipping game to this point. And so we're just going to stick with it's going to be a one lever swing. It's just that from here to here. You're bringing that straight back. You're taking a whole mess of the chance out of this and improving your opportunities from there. When we go back to the in-swing lever system, it's back to a three lever system. Right? It'll be that arm. You're going to cup the wrist and the body. You're going to turn your shoulder. And it's going to be more like a full shot. Right? All those make sense?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a chance to hit a couple of these either way, just a little more for a warm-up, and then we're going to take a look at it again.
Okay.
All right.
Hey James,
Wonderful.
can I get a copy?